My upcoming HR colleague, my HR colleague on the right, and the dignitaries from Amity University. By now you must have heard, 5 speakers, got the tune of industry, what HR is supposed to do, and I am happy that I think there are 200 or 150 upcoming smart, dashing HR colleagues will be joining industry thanks to Amity University. Before saying anything, I would definitely share about my company in my presentation. I will also talk about two best companies where I work with and their HR practices. And I would love to take help of audio-visual aids which are available, and some of the film clips or songs, maybe song of the day or song of the tune. I know you know that. When I was trying to contact some of the students, I could see the ringtone of the same song. So I will start with that. So you all know this, and you are already taking the books home, reading a lot, upcoming exams for next, I think you will be going for exams for next 3 months. So I will start with my presentation with changing a little tone, which you know, the film, very famous film. And generally I have seen people take a lot of things from media, what's happening around, and our lives have impact of media, maybe audio, visual, print, and we take good or bad things from the media. I think we should take good things from media because everything works on a positive note. Most of the time you read any newspaper, you will see on the first page rapes, murders, kidnaps, some politician said something wrong, महंगाई कितनी बढ़ रही है, and unfortunately on the 5th page you see India has won the gold medal. That's a disaster of our negative attitude. So one must start with everywhere negative attitude and come to the positive attitude. That's my first message. So I would like to share best practices where I work with. I have worked with nearly 6 to 7 companies in my 25 years, but I would love to share some practices with United Parcel Services, which is the world #1 express parcel company with 40 billion US dollar turnover company. They have their own 500 aircrafts to deliver parcels, and as on today, all airlines put together, India does not have 200 aircrafts. So that you can imagine the size. And they have 4 lakh manpower. Second company is my present company, Lepakas to India, Tours and Travels Private Limited. We are #1 in inbound travel company with 350 turnover crores with a manpower of 500 plus. And we are into inbound as well as outbound travel with a joint venture with TUI, which is #1 outbound travel company with 20 billion US growth. Whenever I talk about my real company, this is the quote I always read, which is by Jim Casey, the owner, founder of UPS. Once people you deal with come to recognize that what you do springs from the honest heart, they will surprisingly strong in their support with you. They will believe what you say. They will do what you want. They will give their loyalty and they will trust and follow you. Jim Casey started his career as a tea vendor in United States somewhere in 19th century. And that company is 103 years old. He started with the delivery of one parcel, 1 liter messaging company, and now they are 40 billion years old. This is the growth. How they have achieved with a updated technology, super integrated systems, committed manpower, best systems to communicate. I have seen wonderful system of communication with staff every Friday. Every United Parcel Company branch is controlled by a meeting called pre-work communication meeting, where everybody is asked to attend the meeting. This is a unique thing, and people read out all the messages, new things happening with the company, and how company is going to progress, anybody new journey. So people are well informed. People develop a trust to right communication. Then another wonderful exercise we used to do, it is a talk, listen and act. Once in 6 months, every senior manager was asked to meet his juniors and understand, talk to them, listen to them and act accordingly to solve their personal as well as official problems. There were many engagement surveys done where UPS rating was worldwide high in express parcel business. Last 20 years they are world's most admired company. As you all know, service industry, there is no machinery, plant and the product to sell, but my product is services. So my assets are people. So HR manager working in a service industry will always deal with maximum number of people and very small issues related to people. And in such cases, your most important thing is your managing director or a senior colleague must be a very good HR person. Then only you can come out with various ideas and deal with the ideas. Fortunately, my CEO is like that. When we deal with any part of selection process or any company, we talk about attitudes. I must share with that which are the best practices and how do we deal with. Basically, attitude plays a most important role in any individual's part. You must have attended various interviews. And I am the HR manager sitting on the this side of the world. We have the biodata in hand, his photographs. We know everything. Still, we ask sometimes stupid questions. Can you tell me something about yourself? One of my candidates who was very naughty, he said, sir, but it is written there. I said, can you tell me about your qualifications? Sir, I have already written that. What about your experience? Sir, please go through my biodata. This is 4-page biodata. So, I took it back. But let me tell you, for all of us, my colleagues, we know that what we look into that is the basic attitude of the individual, the way he conducts himself. Because every HR manager knows the job, what kind of job he is going to get selected, what kind of position he is going to work. We would love to understand whatever number of minutes we go through with an interview. I don't think interviews are last more than an hour or so. It is 30 minutes, but candidates are generally selected in first few minutes. I hope my HR colleagues will agree to that. Moment you start looking at getting negative vibrations from that employee, the questions start changing towards the negativity and finding out faults with him. And we change our tone accordingly and keep on selecting the candidate. So it is basically an attitude which plays a very vital role while selecting the candidate. So once again, I would definitely love to show you this interview. And see this only about attitude.
आप अपनी नौकरी करते थे मैं अपना स्किल करते था सॉरी
तो 25 साल से मैं रिक्रूटमेंट कर रहा हूँ। बहुत सारे इंटरव्यू किए, जॉब पाने के लिए लोग हमारे नाम यहाँ मिला ही लेते हैं। तुम कहाँ से आए हो यार? सैलरी कितना लोगे भैया? डिस्कस कर लें। So I hope every HR manager and you upcoming HR managers will think such things which are in the good things in the films, but yet they are also in the books. These attitudes are never written in the books. All of you know that when you select your friend, how do you select a friend? Is it written there? Is there a book to select a friend or a girlfriend or a boyfriend? No. You see something matching to you, some commitment to you. All this counts as an attitude. So when we talk about best practices, these are the things which we should follow. Our HR manager should follow. And I would love to do that, and I promise you that I do it in my company. And I have seen that such candidates which you have seen on the video, such candidates are always retained and taken back in my company. Even salary is not necessarily matching to what he expects, but yes, he gets the job and he works with the company with longer term tenure with the company. I know my colleagues will agree on this point. So these are the issues when we are handling HR processes, and the attitude of the people while selecting. In all my companies, we have been doing that, and I regularly follow that. The minute bell is gone, so I do not want to talk more about my company. I will conclude. I think the thing is found off. I'll take one more. I think the battery is off. And जब तक बैटरी चार्ज होती है, he has given a very good tip how to get selected in each company, other company. इसको भूलना नहीं. And attitude पे एक जब तक वो बैटरी चार्ज हो रही है again. I will come out from the line little out. I would like to ask students here that what is the average salary you expect when you go for the company, for campus interview? Can anybody tell me? Lakh, right? 5 lakh. Okay, but I think my company gives 10 lakhs. So, you do not like it? Can I ask one more question? What have you done to reach up to 10 lakhs? How do you compare your knowledge with IIMs, XLRI, TIPS? Have you ever thought that number of hours they put in? Have you ever thought that number of hours they work? I think some of your parents must be working in the industry, or they must be owners of some industry. Can you raise your hand? Yes? What's your father doing?
He is into business.
How many hours he works?
He is almost working 18 hours a day.
Yeah. So now at the age of 50, he is in a great position after working 8 hours and 18 hours, and at this age you are expecting 10 lakhs. Can I ask you a question, how many hours you study? I do not agree with that, because I was also one of you. सर आज तक तो टाइम इनका बीतता है ट्विटर, फेसबुक, इंटरनेट, मीडिया, एसएमएस, पिक्चर, ऐसा होता है. लेकिन सर मैं इसे बात एश्योर कर रहा हूँ कि अब ये लोग 18 घंटे काम करेंगे, पढ़ाई जिससे कि सब सिलेक्ट हो जाए. आई विल शेयर एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ माय कंपनी. आई एम मोस्ट वरीड HR मैनेजर because my problem in my company, my people do not go home. In travel trade, every flight lands late, and last 15 days they were off. My 25 airport representatives were working 24 hours a day. And I cannot call them back. And in service industry, there is no concept of overtime. In last 6 months, in last so many years of travel trade, my HODs, most of the vice presidents started their career at the airport. They are standing with a placard at airport and picking up the passengers. That's why we are number one in last so many years. And last 3 years we are number one in inbound trade. That's how industry expectation is. And they are 24/7. They do not take leave. So my concern is, I'm really worried, and I cannot pay them for more than 8 hours because my salary structure is like that. So would you still like to work with such company? But you are a bit lucky being on HR side because HR is not 24/7. They are available 24/7 because service industry works in a little different time. So you are lucky on HR side, not on operation side. So I would concluding point. I would conclude with my last video, giving a message once again by video to you, and I know you will do well in next 3 months. Thank you.
शायद तुम्हारी जिंदगी के सबसे खास सफर है। आप तुम अच्छा खेलो या बुरा, ये तो तुम्हें जिंदगी भर तो कैसे खेलना आज मैं तुम्हें नहीं बताऊंगा। बस इतना कहूंगा कि जाओ और ये सब हुए जी भर, लेकिन इसके बाद आने वाली जिंदगी चाहे कुछ सही हो या ना हो, चाहे कुछ रहे या ना रहे, तुम हारो या जीतो, लेकिन ये 70 मिनट तुमसे कोई नहीं जीत सकता, कोई नहीं। तो मैं सोचा कि इस मैच में कैसे खेलना है आज मैं तुम्हें नहीं बताऊंगा, बल्कि तुम मुझे क्योंकि मैं जानता कि अगर ये 70 मिनट इस टीम का हक में अपनी जिंदगी की सबसे बड़ी हॉकी खेल है, तो ये 70 मिनट खुदा से तुमसे वापस नहीं मांगते। जाओ अपने आप से, इस जिंदगी से, अपने खुदा से, हर उस इंसान से जिसने तुम पर भरोसा किया।
Yeah.